Hey friends, Dr. Devynne here with Jing Shen Healing Arts. I wanted to hop on here and record what I'm hoping is going to be a brief video about just some different thoughts that connect to the stuff that's trending on socials right now, as well as a little insight and hopefully prompt for you to maybe ask some more questions, more direct questions. Yeah, so we've shared some information about the trends that are going around, like the warm water, the hot water, the goji berries, the dates, the boiled apples, all of those things. And I've been trying to figure out how to loop all of this conversation into one big message. And it is so hard within Chinese medicine to nail anything down to one specific thing. And the common denominator that I have landed on for myself and is a place that I want to ultimately just begin conversation and some dialogue. And so if you're watching this and this speaks to you in any way and you have questions, curiosities, even if it's about other things you're seeing on other pages, please feel free to drop them below. I would love to get on and answer those questions. And annoyingly, part of my answer might be it depends. And I think that is where I wanted to land with this was not necessarily the it depends. While that certainly holds a hat, Chinese medicine is not a one size fits all model, but mostly because I want to invite you, if you're really loving the things that you're seeing or you're experiencing, I want to invite you to ask more questions. And this is less about getting on my page and asking questions. This is less about getting on anybody else's page and asking them questions. But for you yourself as an explorer of this world, Chinese medicine is not linear. And I think that is part of what makes it so hard to talk about and makes it so hard to explain concepts as a practitioner. I've been practicing for over a decade and I like to think I know my stuff pretty well. I have a wonderful clinical practice and we help a lot of people with a lot of different things, but nothing is 1 + 1 = 2. In Chinese medicine, 1 + 1 could equal 5. And there's a million ways to get there. And that is part of what makes it so wonderful and beautiful. And it also makes it really hard to communicate to the public. And so, if you're doing these things or you're finding these practices that really help you, what I would encourage you to do is lean into why. Why is it that when I keep my feet warm, my periods are less painful? Why is it that if I drink something warm, my digestion feels better? I'm less bloated. And the same is true for the individuals that are not having that experience. If you're having painful periods and you're starting to wear house slippers and socks and it's not really working, ask why. You can absolutely get on here and ask us why. You can ask somebody else that you're following why, but it doesn't mean that it's not working. There are so many different angles and so many different things that are happening for people within their health and within their wellness and within Chinese medicine. There are different patterns that can be happening. Our 5 element world adds another layer. It's not as simple, even within TCM, of just diagnosing a pattern. And if you do, this will help. Most patients that I treat do not have one pattern going on. They have 2, maybe 3, maybe more. And within those patterns, we are playing cause and effect and sometimes helping resolve one pattern. There might be something underneath that we didn't know was happening until that other thing was out of the way. And all of that to say, ask more questions. If you're really loving the Chinese medicine world and learning more about the culture, about the medicine, about the practices, lean into all the positives with questions and lean into all the challenges also with questions, because that is, I think most Chinese medicine practitioners will also tell you, that is the place that we start from. And it is the place that I find most practitioners treat from. That moment that we think we have all the answers and have everything figured out, we're usually missing something. And so, yeah, lean in with curiosity. And I guess that was the invite and the message that I wanted to give. It is helpful and not helpful all at the same time. And of course, use us as a resource. And if you want to connect, let's connect. And yeah, we'll chat soon.